Hello and welcome to this R tutorial. This tutorial is the fun tutorial because we did our job by finding the optimal number of clusters thanks to the dendrogram and by fitting the hierarchical clustering algorithm to our data X. And now, showtime! We will be visualizing our clusters using the clustplot method. However, we will not rewrite the whole code because, as you will see, we made the exact same code structure as we did for k-means. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open our k-means code, and I will show you that because we have the same code structure between k-means and hierarchical clustering, we just need to replace one tiny little thing to plot our 5 clusters obtained by hierarchical clustering. So let's go to Files here. Then let's click on these 2 dots here to go back to our part 3 clustering folder to find our k-means clustering folder. And in this k-means folder, let's open the k-means R file. And now let's compare our 2 codes for hierarchical clustering and k-means clustering. So in step 1, we both did exactly the same thing. We imported our mul dataset. Then in step 2, we looked for the optimal number of clusters using 2 different methods, the elbow method for k-means and the dendrogram for hierarchical clustering. Then in step 3, we fitted our algorithm to our data X and we created our vector of clusters, yk-means in k-means and yhc in hierarchical clustering. And now, if we look at the last step, visualizing the clusters in the k-means algorithm, we can see that the only thing in our code that is related to k-means is the yk-means vector here. And we have the same vector of clusters in our hierarchical clustering code. It's yhc. So basically the only thing that we have to do to plot our clusters in hierarchical clustering is to take our clustplot function here with the same parameters, copy it, and paste it in our hierarchical clustering visualizing the clusters. And then the only thing that we have to do is to replace yk-means by yhc. And now it's ready. Let's select our code section here, execute it, and voila! That's our hierarchical clustering results. That's the end of this tutorial, but the fun continues in the next tutorial, where we'll be analyzing our results and explain what those clusters are. I will also explain how you can reuse this code for any other business problem, and this will conclude our R tutorials. So I look forward to seeing you in the next tutorial, and until then, enjoy machine learning.